And while the international community is yet to figure out a comprehensive framework to deal with the Taliban and the threats it brings along, a refugee crisis is emerging out of the country. Kabul airport has been shut down, and with no other means of evacuation, people are fleeing to neighbouring countries where they have met further disappointment. Meanwhile, the Taliban, which is desperately seeking a global legitimacy, are coming up with all forms of exercises in an apparent bid to present themselves as moderate and modern in comparison to their previous radical regime.
A young female news presenter for a private news channel is in the global headlines. According to the Taliban and its supporters, the new and the so-called moderate governance model of the Taliban has freedom and equality for women. This is the narrative being spun by the militant group which is desperately seeking legitimacy from the world. The real Taliban picture is this. There are numerous other stories like this of escalated Taliban violence against women since 14th August have missed the camera lens. The women who interviewed the Taliban leader in the immediate aftermath of Kabul's fall has fled the country. And now the question crops up is if the Taliban is promising safety for women, then why are they fleeing their homeland? The truth is they are not. The Taliban are as regressive and cruel as they were in 1996. The only thing that has changed this time is that they know the art and power of propaganda and PR campaigns. And it is not just the women. The return of a brutal theocratic rule has prompted thousands of Afghans to flee their homes in search of shelter and food. The porous border with Pakistan has witnessed thousands of them crossing over in past few days.
البته در جنگ و ما کرونا تباه شد ما یا پلار افغانستان خاطر دل تا ورورگان وڑا ورورگان سر ما کارگر سوق نشته ما دوده پیسه سوق پیدا کولې نشي ما زه خپل خور ته وزم ما بده خبره ده ما سکه مجبوری ډیره سخته ده ما پلار مې کې دی خو دوده پیسه پیدا کوي ما.
The Taliban has promised to protect human rights and refrain from reprisals against old enemies, but Afghans are skeptical. And now their miseries are mounting as neither they are receiving any international assistance nor have they been provided any aid by the so-called well-wisher of Afghans, Pakistan. Pakistan has even denied giving refugee status to those who are seeking help from it.
نه اوس پر خمرست کړی نه دا موږ د قندوز نه راغلی یو هغه ځای کې ډېر جنګونه و داسې طالبانو زموږ ټول کورونه وران شو او د پاکستان غواړي چې موږ سره مرسته کړي.
د وجود د لاسه مقصد د جنگ و د لاسه مقصد د بدبختی د لاسه د کوچنیان وګوره داسې د حال دی د ګرمۍ د وجود توجو مریض و د حالونه دی وروره.
The UN Refugee Agency has said up to 500,000 Afghans could flee their homeland by year's end. However, amidst this somber humanitarian tragedy, there are a few fortunate who have landed in the right country. South Korea, which does not have a liberal policy for immigrants, is amending laws to give special status to those Afghans who rendered special services to Koreans. It is not just about the safety of dozens though. There are thousands of Afghans who need to be evacuated. And this has become impossible now with all services suspended at Kabul airport. And with reprisals feared and the country collapsing at economic, social and political level, their future hangs in balance.